Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Camera's on.
Hey guys, it's AC here, and welcome to Top 10 Tuesday.
My number 10 is Strangers on a Train, which is an Alfred Hitchcock movie. This is a masterpiece by Alfred Hitchcock. And this is more film noir for Alfred Hitchcock. It's less of his typical Hitchcock. It's more film noir, but it still has a lot of the same Hitchcock tropes. You have that on DVD.
Yeah.
Thank you, AC came in clutch.
All right,
Strangers on a Train. I didn't know he had on DVD or Blu-ray.
Crazy. He's crazy,
I
isn't he?
forgot I had it. Yeah, Strangers on a Train's my number 10. What do you think of the movie? Since you've seen it, you had it on Blu-ray.
It's a good movie. I recommend you all to see it. All of you Hitchcock fans or all of you old movie fans, if you haven't already, that's probably one of my favorite Hitchcock films.
It's a good one. It's one of his several masterpieces. So check it out if you haven't already. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, so you might have to.
It might have to
go old school and buy it on Blu-ray like we did,
or DVD,
or 4K, or however you want, 4K Ultra.
Or VHS if they still have. I don't think they don't do VHS anymore.
If you're very old school, but
yeah.
That's my number. It's my number 10. What rating do you give Strangers on a Train?
I say 8 out of 10.
It's pretty good. Okay. Now I'll put this down over here.
Put it down.
And now you're number 10.
All right, everyone, and we'll say right now, number 10.
Any guesses? Any guesses?
The Far Country with Jimmy Stewart, Walter Brennan, John McIntyre, Jack Elam, and Harry Morgan.
And my number 9 is Witness for the Prosecution, which is one of the best Billy Wilder movies of all time. It's a courtroom drama, and it's a Billy Wilder classic. It's one of his best movies. Now, what do you think of that movie?
It's all right.
9.
All right, everyone, stay tuned. And here we go, number 9, The Harvey with Jimmy Stewart. And this came out in 1950, and it's a great Jimmy Stewart movie to watch.
Number 8.
For me,
my number 8 is Singing in the Rain, the best musical of all time. Some people may disagree, some people will agree. It's one of the most rewatchable movies ever, and it was set during the silent era during 1927. It was right when sound was coming a thing, with All About Jazz coming out in 1927. Hollywood was the talkies were coming in style, and the silent films were almost dead.
And some
actors and actresses were having a crisis about what to do, since, let's just say, some voices didn't translate well to the talkies. And it's really good. There's some of the most memorable songs ever. Gene Kelly is great. And what do you think about Singing in the Rain?
I say a 6 out of 10.
What? A 6 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
at least you've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it a few times. Yeah.
That's my number 8. Yep.
That's great.
What's your number 8?
All right. My number 8 is Witness to Murder with Barbara Stanwyck.
Number 7. I have it on DVD.
Of course.
Any guesses? Any guesses? Okay, it's the last time I'll do it until number 1. All About Eve from 1950. And this is one of Marilyn Monroe's big breakthroughs. This wasn't her debut movie, but it was one of the movies that made her more popular in Hollywood. So she's not in a starring role, but she has a memorable character in the movie. And this is a career high for Bette Davis, and this is one of the best Hollywood movies ever. Some of these movies I'm about to mention are probably top 20 movies of all time for me. So the 50s were for sure one of the best decades for movies. And All About Eve,
I agree with you.
It's just one of the classics. And this is it's another crisis, or kind of midlife crisis. Bette Davis's character, Bette Davis' character is trying to translate. She's on Broadway, and she is having a hard time. She's having a midlife crisis, and she's not as popular as she once was, and there's some jealousy in there,
which is sad,
and there's some drama. It's interesting. One of the best movies of all time, All About Eve. I don't know if you can watch it anywhere. I had to get it on DVD. So
Yeah, I got it from
you got it in the Marilyn Monroe collection.
I got it from Marilyn Monroe collection last year. And
this is the best Marilyn Monroe movie, even though she didn't have a major role in it. It was just a small role. It was memorable for sure. So that was my number 7. Yep.
All right, and number 7 for me is The Moonlighter with Fred MacMurray and Barbara Stanwyck. And it's a Western, Fred MacMurray Western movie, by the way. And if you're a Western fan, or Barbara Stanwyck or Fred MacMurray fan, go check this out. And also you Double Indemnity fans, this is a great chance to see them do something new for a change. And it's a great Western movie, by the way, everyone.
I'll keep that in mind. All right, number 6, Sunset Boulevard. Another classic. And great movie. It's another great Hollywood movie. Obviously, Sunset Boulevard. And I'm kind of sucker for movies about the behind the scenes of Hollywood actors, even if they're fictional actors. But I like it when there are movies about behind the scenes, what goes on in Hollywood, even if it's fiction, even if it's not real actors. That's why I really like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's why I really like Singing in the Rain. That's why I like All About Eve, even though it was in Broadway, but still, it is one of the quintessential Hollywood movies out there. If you're gonna watch a movie from the 50s, that is probably one to watch, and you start randomly laughing for no reason at all. But number 6. Right, yeah, number 6.
For me?
Yeah, you can talk.
All right. Number 6, everyone. Good Day for Hanging with Fred MacMurray, Howard McNear, John Blackman, and Bean Russell.
It's a little too cold for have a good day for a hanging. I don't think there's ever a good day for a hanging. Maybe if you want to make someone miserable, maybe if it was really hot out. It was cold today, but more hot out. So good day for hanging.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie.
Great Fred MacMurray Western, even though I've never seen it. AC.
I've seen it several times over the years.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jay.
I could be wrong. I think this is the only movie that AC and I both have on our top 10 list. But North by Northwest, great movie. Cary Grant, a career high for him, or one of his career highlights. This right here inspired the James Bond franchise as we know it. Cary Grant was originally supposed to be James Bond, or he was asked to be James Bond. He declined because he thought he was too old. But this right here, there'd be no James Bond. Sean Connery wouldn't be a big star. Daniel Craig wouldn't be as big of a star. And gosh, I still need to watch a James Bond movie someday. I haven't seen a James Bond movie in my life. But I might like it. I really like this movie. One of the best Hitchcock movies ever. Another Alfred Hitchcock movie on the list. So that's my number 5. Great movie. Check it out if you haven't already.
Thanks, AJ. And my number 5. Okay, everyone. It's The High and the Mighty with John Wayne. And this came out in 1954, and it's gotta be one of my favorite John Wayne movies from that era. Wake up, AJ!
That movie made me fall asleep.
Wake up, AJ!
Is that the one where he's on the airplane?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It's a great one.
That movie's way too long. And also didn't help that there were 20 ads. We watched it on Pluto TV. There was an ad every time someone breathed, or every time John Wayne had a line. It seemed like there's another 2-minute ad. That may have been also part, but it just wasn't that interesting a movie to me. But I'm glad you liked it.
Number 4!
Thanks. On the Waterfront from 1954. One of the best movies of all time. We're getting in top 10 material here. This is a great Marlon Brando performance. It could have been a contender, or he could have been a contender movie, but this is a contender for one of the best movies of the 1950s, and also a top 10 movie of all time for me. You need to see it. It's one of the best crime movies of all time. What do you think about it, AC?
Not as good as I thought.
In your video of top 10 most overrated actors, he was in your top 10.
Well, I'm not a big Marlon Brando fan, guys. And if you haven't checked out my top 10 least favorite, top 10 least overrated actors, please check it out. And I made it back in March of this year.
Yep. but you need to check this out. I don't know if you can watch it anywhere. Maybe on HBO Max, but when old school have it on DVD. It's one of the most underrated movies of all time. More people don't talk about it. Or more people need to talk about it as one of the best movies of all time, in my eyes. So, number 4 for AC.
Oh, okay. And number 4 for me is No Time for Sergeants with Andy Griffith and Don Knotts.
I knew it was going to be on the list.
And it came out in 1958, and that's how Andy Griffith and Don Knotts became very good friends, and of course they were on the iconic Andy Griffith Show, which had their roles.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Which most of you have probably heard of that show a lot. And their characters Sheriff Taylor and Deputy Barney Fife. And for all the Andy Griffith Show fans out there, please check out that movie called No Time for Sergeants, everyone. Do it with us, everyone.
All right. Number three. For me, it's the only non-English language movie on there. Seven Samurai from the great Akira Kurosawa, career high for him. Number 3 for you, North by Northwest.
Yeah, featuring Cary Grant. And it's my favorite Hitchcock, one of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movies of all time. He directed.
And here's a spoiler. It's my second favorite Hitchcock movie ever. So you probably know what one of the next 2 movies is going to be. It's another Hitchcock movie.
And it also features James Mason. And it also said one of the most exciting movies of all time.
And it is.
Yes, it is, everyone. Yeah. Of that decade, at least. So,
all time for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
My number 2 is another Hitchcock, Rear Window, starring the great Jimmy Stewart.
It's great.
Best Hitchcock movie of all time. I'd even say top 5 movie of all time. We're getting in top 5 material now. Rear Window is great performance by Stewart, great direction from Alfred Hitchcock. Check it out. I think that's how you should start watching Hitchcock. Rear Window. There's no wrong way to start with Hitchcock. So
yeah, he's one of the great directors out there in the world.
And I'm gonna plug in my TikTok, but I'm a Jaguar on TikTok, and I did a video on my top 10 directors of all time, and he was number 1 for a good reason. So Rear Window is my number 2 movie of the 1950s. But what could possibly be better than that movie? I'll tell you in just a moment. AC, what's your number 2?
And number 2, guys. Okay. Here we go. It's Rio Bravo with John Wayne, Dean Mine, Ricky Nelson, Angie Dickinson, Walter Brennan, and Bing Russell. It's one of my favorite John Wayne Western movies of all time. And aside from The Shoes and Sons of Katie Elder, and eventually in 1967, El Dorado was a sequel to Rio Bravo. Let's all wake up AJ. 1, 2, 3. Wake up AJ.
Oh my gosh. That movie was a bore. One of the most overrated movies of all time, in my opinion. But maybe I need to rewatch it again.
You might have to rewatch it again.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I just didn't get the hype, but maybe if I watch it again, I'll like it more.
Oh yeah, you will.
But what could possibly be number 1? Or you say what together?
Number 1.
And if you've watched several of our videos, you probably know my number 1, but I'll still tell it. Any guesses? Any guesses? Ooh, any guesses? 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 12 Angry Men from 1957. The closest thing to a perfect movie of all time. And it's a courtroom drama, but it's not really a courtroom drama. It's set in one room throughout almost all of the movie, except for a couple shots or a couple exterior shots in the beginning of the movie. But this doesn't get much better. It doesn't get any better than this. It's the most perfect movie ever. If I had to pick a perfect movie, this would be the one. To me, there's no perfect movie, but this is the closest thing to it. It may seem boring, but it flies by fast. It's not even 2 hours, so.
Hour and a half.
I think it's an hour and 50, maybe an hour and 40, but
yeah.
starring the great Henry Fonda.
Lee J. Cobb, John Fielder.
Yep. Those are 3 of the 12 Angry Men.
Yeah.
And it's some great dialogue. Sidney Lumet, great direction by him. This was his first ever movie he did. Imagine peaking with your first ever movie. But maybe in the 70s, I'll give you one of my other favorite Sidney Lumet movies. We'll see. I'll let you know. He got close one time. He got close, but this is best movie of all time, in my opinion. It's either that or Godfather. I'd change it every other day. But today, I'm in a really good 12 Angry Men moods. That's my number 1 50s movie and my number 1 favorite movie of all time.
Shaggy Dog from 1959. It stars Fred MacMurray, Tommy Cook, and Ned Funicello.
Ned Funicello, yeah.
And Kevin Corcoran and Tim Considine. And this was the first Disney movie that featured Fred MacMurray and his Disney during his Disney years. He made I believe he made he made about 7 to 8 Disney movies.
He made a lot. This was
later years.
I don't love it like AC does. It's a solid Disney movie, but I think AC likes it more out of nostalgia, but we all have our nostalgia favorites.
Yeah.
That's one of his.
Yeah, one of mine.
And that's your number 1 movie of the 1950s.
Yes, and in the 70s, Shaggy D, they did quite a few remakes. Shaggy DA in 1976.
This was better.
Yeah, I agree with AJ. And Shaggy Dog, they did Shaggy Dog with Tim Allen in 2006.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, Dean Jones did Shaggy DA in the 70s.
This was right before Robert Downey Jr. got out of his tough phase he was in. Right before Iron Man, a couple years before.
Yeah, it was.
A couple years before he turned his career around for good. And it's not a good movie. But if you had to watch one Shaggy Dog movie, this would be the one. If you don't like this one, you won't like the other ones. Or even if you do, you may be disappointed with the other ones. So that's our top 10 movies of the 1950s. Thanks for having me, AC.
Yeah,
Appreciate
my pleasure, AJ. And of course, let us know if AJ should be included in the 60s.
And let us know your top 10 favorite movies of the 1950s. If you've seen that many movies from the 50s. If not, name some of your favorites.
But some of you fans probably hadn't seen that much 50s, as much as we have.
But this will be good education. Maybe we gave you some movies that sound intriguing for you.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna check it out.
Maybe a few days later, a few weeks later, if you watch some of these, let us know what you think of them. If you watch them for the first time.
Keep going, growing, everyone, and have a great rest of 2021, and I will see you in 2022.
Yeah,
Keep on wiggling, everyone.
See ya.